Hi everybody, hello, it's Holly here. I'm getting ready for a gig and I just thought it would be a little fun thing to do, a little get ready with me video while I do my hair and my makeup and stuff for this gig tonight. I don't really have anything planned for this and I've never done this before, but I thought it'd be fun to just have a blather and a bit of a ramble while I do my makeup and my hair and stuff. So I'm going to start off with my makeup. Most of the time, like during the week and stuff, I just make zero effort. I'm just one of those people that I don't really bother with makeup. I don't really bother doing my hair. But when I'm performing live, I kind of like to look a bit extra. And I like to do the whole full glam look. Which is fun every now and again. I couldn't do it every day, but you know, I do enjoy getting all dolled up periodically, especially when you're on stage and you know people might be taking pictures of you. I think it's better having more makeup on than less. So I'm just going to start off with my foundation. I'm not really a big like makeup addict. I'm actually quite a cheapskate when it comes to all of my makeup. I just don't really like invest. Like I've tried some of the more expensive makeup brands and I just kind of feel that, I don't know, I think that you don't really notice that much difference a lot of the time. Some of you watching this might have like your favourite products that you're like, you know, it's definitely worth investing in. But I don't know, I just tend to kind of cheap out when it comes to my makeup. My hair, on the other hand, you know, I'm willing to spend quite a bit of money on making sure that looks good, especially, you know, if I'm wearing my hair extensions and that kind of thing. But makeup, like, honestly, I'll just get it out of Boots or like Aldi even. I've got like this Aldi makeup eyeshadow palette that I've had for ages and I think it cost me about £4, and it's basically a dupe of the Naked Urban Decay palette, but it totally does the job. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, I kind of cheap out a wee bit on my makeup. So don't expect me to be mega professional here. But I try my best. So I'm just going to have to blend this into my neck a wee bit as well, so it doesn't look crap. So I do my foundation first, that's looking alright. Then what I do is I just put a wee bit of powder over my foundation just to set that in. And I feel like it kind of stays on a wee bit longer. And again, you know, if you are on stage, it means that you don't have that horrible like shiny look on your face, which isn't the nicest look ever. So I just kind of lager my face in powder, but then what I do is I go in later and I put the shine back in, you know, in the places that I want there to be a shine with a wee bit of highlighter. So I'll go back in a minute with some highlighter and I'll put it, you know, my cheekbones and stuff. So I've got the shine in the right places. So there we go. Cool. And then after I've done that, I normally start with my eyes. What I like to do if I'm doing full glam is I start off with a white eyebrow pencil, and I always find this is like a wee bit drag queenish, but I like to put a big white line here just to really kind of accentuate that arch in my eyebrow. And don't worry, because I will blend this in, obviously. I'm not just going to walk about with this on my face. But I like to do this first, and then what I do is I put eyeshadow on top of that, so it kind of makes, I guess it makes my eyebrows look a bit more arched. And then I'll just kind of go in and I'll blend that in a wee bit. Like that. And then I'll do the same on the other side, just so there's like no obvious lines there. like so. And then I'll go over that with some eyeshadow. And I'm just trying to find, I don't know, I think I'm going to go for, I say natural, but by natural, what I mean by that is just I'm not going to go for any crazy colours today. I think I'm just going to go for fairly neutral browns, like a bit of a brown smoky eye, and I think I'll go for a red lip, because you can't really go wrong with that. So, okay, so I'm going to get some light coloured eyeshadow, and I'm going to go over the top of this so it's not like, it doesn't look totally white. So I've got like a kind of goldish, yellowy coloured, kind of almost like a highlighter eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go over the top of that so that it's not as intense. It's got a wee bit of a shimmer to it. And I'm not even going to like show you what eyeshadow palettes I'm using. They're quite disgusting. They're like, they're all falling to bits, and they're not in a particularly good way, so nobody needs to see that because I'm not going to embarrass myself. So I'm just lagering that on there, and then I'm just going to do the same for the other eye. Really lagering it on, like so. I feel a wee bit like Bob Ross doing this. It feels quite unnatural. Right, so that'll probably do for that eye. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some brown. This one's got a little bit of shimmer on it, and this is from my Aldi palette, my £4 Aldi palette. And I'm just going to put that in my eye crease. And then I'll blend it in a minute. Do the same on the other eye. I feel like it doesn't take me very long to do my eye makeup. I don't know like how long everybody else takes to do their eye makeup, but I always feel like I just fly through it in no time. It's probably just because I do the exact same thing every time I do it though. So yeah, that looks a bit dark and dramatic just now, but I'm going to soften it up a wee bit. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to just put a wee bit of like a kind of lighter sandy coloured shimmery brown on my actual eyelid, just so I've got a different colour going on there. It's not just the one colour. It's a wee bit lighter. And I'm going to just blend that. If I can find my blender brush. I like to spend a wee moment or two just blending that so it's there's no like obvious lines. I think that looks a wee bit better. Like that. I quite like wearing brown eyeshadow. I think it looks really nice, but when I was blonde, I didn't really wear brown as much because I didn't really think that it suited me all that much, but I think it looks quite nice now that I've got brown hair. I think it's a wee bit more flattering. So I'm just going to take that light goldy colour again, and I'm just going to put a wee bit more up here. just to make sure there's a nice wee highlight there. And then what I like to do as well is I like to get a wee bit of the highlight colour in it, just put a wee bit in there in the corners of my eye. Just think it brightens it up a wee bit. Like that. And then I'm just going to get rid of any potential fallout that's there. And then what I like to do is I like to just put a bit of eyeshadow on the bottom bit. I think it just makes it look a wee bit more like professional and tied up when you've got it under there as well. Like that, looks quite nice. So I don't really know what I'm going to wear tonight yet, and I feel like I need to get more stage clothes. I'm a bit of a clothes addict, and I wear something once and then I'm like, nah, like, it makes me feel confident like the first time I wear it, but then the second time I wear it I feel a little bit less confident and I'm like, no, I don't really like this anymore. So I am a bit of a typical woman in that sense. Clothes don't really, they don't last long in my wardrobe, and then once I get fed up with them I just sell them on Vinted or eBay or whatever, try and get some money back from them. So I don't know what I'm going to wear. I'm going to have to raid my wardrobe and see what I've got. Anything with sequins works quite well for being in the Sages. Anything that's bright colours, sparkly. As I say, I like to look quite glam. So I'm going to do my eyebrows now. So I like, when I'm doing the full glam look, I like to have quite an arched eyebrow that's like overly arched. Again, it's a wee bit, I feel like it's a wee bit drag queenish because I'm just kind of accentuating them. So I always just sort of do the bottom line first. And then I'm just, you can see that my eyebrow kind of wants to go down at that angle, but I just make it a wee bit more arched than what it normally is. So I'm kind of penciling it in like up there to give it a wee added arch, because I think it looks quite nice and feminine. So it's kind of more like that shape, and I do the same on this eyebrow. I get my eyebrows microbladed, and I was initially considering getting them tattooed on in this kind of style, but I thought, no, it'd probably be a bit much. Probably a bit overkill for like every day. And then I'm going to blend that in. Just to darken them up and give them a wee bit more definition. This is what my brushes are like. They're all like falling to bits, but I'm too stingy to like buy myself new brushes because I'm like, you know what, they do the job, so it's fine. I just do my own thing. I'm not, as I say, I'm not very professional, but if it works, it works. So I'm just kind of blending that in a wee bit. I mean, look at the size of that, that's ridiculous. It's tiny. And then I'll just blend the other eyebrow. Just kind of like brush it up like that. You could probably do this with like a wee spoolie brush as well, and that would work just as good. think that'll probably do. Now, I don't know what to do next. Probably put a wee bit of concealer on actually under my eyes. Again, look at the state of this. It's like nearly done. It's nearly done. I'm just going to put, I don't really put that much concealer on. Like if I've already got foundation on, I don't really think you need that much. So that'll kind of do. I'll just blend that in a wee bit. And then I'll put a wee bit of powder on again over that just so it sets it a bit. So that's that. I don't know whether or not I'm going to put eyeliner on because I kind of like the look of just putting on fake eyelashes as they are like that. I'm not really in the mood. I'm kind of going off liquid eyeliner a wee bit. I used to wear it literally every day. Now I'm like, nah, I don't know if I'm feeling it anymore. So I think I'm just going to put the fake eyelashes on directly. And we'll see how that looks. But I am going to put a little bit of liquid eyeliner on. Just like a tiny wee line. I'm not going to do a flick or anything like that because I feel like it makes the eyelashes look a wee bit more natural if you've already got an existing line there. So I'm just going to put a wee bit here so they blend in a wee bit better once they're on. I think that'll do. That'll probably do as well. Just a wee bit. And I'm going to just fling on the fake eyelashes now. So these ones are, again, I'm a cheapskate, so these aren't expensive ones. I normally get the Eyelure ones, but I picked these up in Body Care. It's the Technique ones, and they're supposed to be mink 3D lashes. Also, my hand is disgusting because this is where I wipe my makeup brushes. And then obviously I wash my hands after it. But yeah, these are supposed to be like mink looking ones. I've already worn these once. I feel like I can normally get the use out of them like 3 times or something, then they start to look a wee bit scabby after that, and then you have to just chuck them out. So I'm going to just go ahead and put these on. Okay. Right, so I'll get the glue. I just wait for that to go a wee bit tacky first. Why am I blowing in it? Does anybody else do that? I don't even know if it does anything when you actually blow in it. Probably not. And I'm just going to stick this on. Hopefully I get it in it the first go. And that's more or less my eyes done. What next? Yeah, so as I was saying, because I've like matted my face in powder, I like to then go in with a wee bit of highlighter and just put a wee bit of added shine back in my face. And I kind of chop and change where I like this to go, but I think today I'm just going to put a wee drop on my cheeks. This is just like a Rimmel liquid highlighter that I've got. It's called Insta Strobing. It's really good, and I don't know if you can buy it in the shops anymore. I normally just order it off eBay, but you can use it as a liquid highlighter. Sometimes I'll use it up there, like to highlight my eyebrows, and sometimes I'll just mix it in with a moisturiser if I'm kind of wanting my skin to look nice and glowy, and I can't really be bothered wearing like foundation or full face makeup. That looks quite nice as well. It is quite a nice one. So today I'm just putting it on my cheekbones there. You don't really need much, just a wee drop normally does the trick, and that just gives me a little bit of a glow, which is quite nice. And yeah, so I think I'm going to go for red lips. You can't go wrong with a bold classic red lip. I think it always just looks quite nice. So I like using a lip liner first just to make sure that it looks a bit neater. So this is just a Max Factor red lip liner, just like a classic red colour. That kind of looks okay. And yeah, my go-to red lipstick's this MAC one, and it's Lady Danger. I think it's a wee bit more vibrant than the Ruby Woo one. I quite like this one. I really like a proper, like, you know, pillar box red, post box red colour. It is quite bright, but I like it that way. Sometimes what I do as well, if I want that to stay on a wee bit longer, I'll just get that translucent powder that I've got and I'll sort of dab a wee bit over my lipstick, and then that kind of keeps it on for quite a long time. I quite like that. So that's more or less my makeup done. I don't think I need to do anything else. Oh, what I do sometimes actually as well is I'll just put a wee bit of white eyeliner here, just to make my eyes pop out a wee bit more. It's quite a nice little final touch, and that's my makeup basically done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my hair. So I'm just going to wear a wig tonight. Carrie's put me onto the wigs. She came out wearing this amazing pink wig the other week, and I was like, wow, that looks amazing, it looks so natural, like, where did you get it? So I got myself a couple as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like pin back all my hair with curvy grips, so it's like right flat onto my head. I'm going to hairspray it and stuff so it basically doesn't move. And then I'm going to put my wig over the top. So I'll go ahead and do that just now, then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back and I've just pinned my hair as flat as possible to my head, and I've got my brown wig here, which is very nice. I literally got this for a tenner off Shein. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst either. Like, it does okay for like when you're on stage and stuff. It's just a synthetic wig, so it gets quite tuggy, so I normally just try and give it a bit of a brush out. So I'm going to put it on and I'm going to see if I need to pluck it a wee bit, because these wigs tend to look quite unnatural because there's too much hair on them. So I'm going to pop it on and I'm going to see what I think, because I might just wear a hat over the top, because then you can't see the unnatural looking hairline. So I don't have a wig cap or anything, so I'm just going to fire it on like that. And I also don't have any wig glue, but I think if you were wanting to actually wear this without a hat over the top, you'd probably want to glue it down, or it'll just probably ride back on your head. So I'm just going to, oh my god. Shove this one. Right, I need a comb. I need a comb. Okay. I'm just going to try and adjust it. So, I mean, the hair itself actually looks really nice, but this is what I'm talking about here. Like on the top, it just looks like too unnatural and too bulky. So I think I'll probably just end up wearing a hat, to be honest. But I think what I might do is I might just sit and pluck some of these hairs out with tweezers, because you can literally just sort of pluck them out there, like wherever it's too bulky. But that might take a while, and I don't really want to sit and do that at the moment. So I think this will probably do. But I think if I was going to style this, I'd probably try and like pin some of this back so it didn't look too bulky at the front. Like maybe get some hair clips and maybe, you know, pin these bits back like that so it looked a bit better. But I think for the purpose of tonight, I can't be bothered, so I'm just going to put a hat on. So yeah, I'm going to go and get changed and I'll come back. Okay, so I have found this black sparkly sequin berry, which I think looks quite cute. I think when you put hat over the wig, it doesn't really look too much like a wig anymore. I think you can kind of pull it off. So yeah, I think I might wear this, and I've looked out this like kind of gothic looking black tulle skirt thing and some black heels and like a black kind of corset-y looking top. So I don't know, I'm kind of vibing on this. I think this looks quite cool. I might try another few things on and see what looks best, but yeah, I like the hat, I like the hair, and yeah, pretty much good to go. So thank you very much for getting ready with me today, and I hope to see you at a gig sometime soon. Bye.